the multitude of hooves stomping across the plains of desert and rock, creating the mighty sound of thunder that resound through the air. One can only imagine what this must have sounded like to the ears of the local tropical tribe, and hear the sound closer and closer. As one of the scouts' mighty eyes trained to steal like a hawk in the distance, so that he can warn his brothers of any approaching attacks. So, as he narrows his view towards the blinding rising sun, he would see white clouds roll over the plains. He would wonder to himself, clouds from sky so low, followed by the sounds of horses. Then he would see the blackness under the clouds approaching, yet passing his narrowed viewpoint. What would this tribesman make of the blackness under the clouds moving across the landscape? His first sight of the amazing machinery made by man. A locomotive travelling from one end of the continent to the other. Him would say, "What be these black horses from sky?"
Mr. Westlake, sir?
Huh? Oh no, Jesse's. That will be fine, thank you.
No need to thank me, Mr. Westlake, sir.
My mummy raised me right, Jesse's. It's ever so polite to thank people for their service. It's a matter of respect and manners.
Such is truth, Mr. Westlake, so thank you.
What is that?
Excuse me, sir, I didn't mean to.
No, Jesse's. What is that in your back pocket?
I didn't mean to, it's nothing, sir.
Now that is rude, Jesse's. Well, that looks like the shape of a dime novel. And being a dime novel writer, I'm hoping that will be one of mine. A chance for you to be winding up tightly in your vestment.
Well, I didn't want to bother you, sir, but I was hoping that being so gracious and all, that you would find the decency, even time, to write a message to my son.
Have it. Why, this is my first trailblazing novel.
I just love how the Diego kid is taking on the shadow of the Iroquois mountains.
Most people didn't like being here.
Well, as you can see, sir, I'm not most people. And there are plenty of us, sir.
Thanks for pointing that out, Jesse's. I never thought about it that way. What's your son's name?
Jesse's.
I see. The territory of Tennessee is made up of little towns, while the Wassicans, soon named for white people, have been developing towns along the Mississippi, with many of the Indians relocated off their lands during the Trail of Tears. Some tribal families have returned to acclimate into this new society over the decade. As businesses grew and immigrants from other countries began to stereotypically set up cultures, the Chinese have made a fast-growing business out of cleaning clothes of mud and dirt. The Lo May family laundry in the Chinese section of Black Horses is one of the fastest rising businesses in Tennessee. People come from as close as Virginia to as far as Texas just to have cleaning done by the Lo May family. Mr. Lowe and Mrs. Lowe are very popular people with gracious service. So why would a band of renegade Sioux Indians, recognised by their long headdresses, scream into town and destroy their laundry service? The Lowe family, using special soap products and cleaning boards to rub out the stains from mud and mire, which, as most of us know, is very hard to get out, they provided nothing but good service. Did the Sioux disagree with the cleaning? Was there an argument over payment promise? Was there something more? What? Oh, sorry, Agent Ranley. I was just trying to get all this down.
I hope you were quoting facts, Mr. Westlake. This is not one of your books.
Although I do love trailblazing, sir.
Jack Smith, remain stoic.
Well, this is indeed a strange quandary, is it not? Agent, I mean, I do declare that prone body of a dead Indian on the floor does appear to close the matter, but...
But what? I can remember the days that we would have done shoots and hang criminals. Those that were caught alive, that is. Now he's got you damn Pinkertons all over the place, wearing the same damn clothes. What is that all about, anywho?
Unity, sir.
Fear.
Long Shadow.
The Thunderbird. I can't believe it. He actually wears the symbol.
Although Wesley gets some things right in his tale of the territories, some things still remain wrong.
Oh, see you, Long Shadow.
The proper term is Sangrele in these parts, for I am not Cherokee. As is my name, actually, is Longest Shadow of 3.
Long Shadow was easier and smarter.
And lazier west of Lake.
We already have this crime scene investigated, Longest Shadow. The tribe you seek us sue. Case closed.
I've already got ones for you.
Did you now, crazy cat?
What you done call me, Injun?
I love that strip.
Calm down, Sheriff Stone. What is that hair that you have there, Longest Shadow?
You Waitians should understand the need to keep your identity straight. I mean, to us, you Waitians all look alike. So to you, we know that we do too. So we are very, very particular to identifying our tribefolk. So there are some things we would wear and some things we would not.
That being truth and understood, these feathers are clearly Sioux. Lakota, even.
Exactly. Very clear. In the night sky. But what is also very clear is what is underneath. If you know where to look.
So this hair, it's very fine. What is it?
It is porcupine. More specific, porcupine roach. A headdress worn by a specific tribe, which has undoubtedly left a fine hair in the scalp locker of this man.
I see.
Uchis.
Uchis? But they have been discarded. Practically made extinct in the Trail of Tears.
A dying tribe that I've been looking for traces of. Someone has not only found them, but are using them for some other, more sinister purpose.
Misdirection.
Come again.
I can't believe Sir Doyle is right. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle writes of a master theorist, a detective named Sherlock Holmes, who once talked about misdirection as a way of throwing off the trail. Moriarty would make him think one thing, and it was actually the other.
So, someone wants us to think that the Sioux destroyed this Chinese laundry instead of the Uchis. Why?
What does the laundry represent?
Success?
Cleanliness.
Technology. Down!
Damn you, Injuns!
I'm sorry, boy.
Am I going to die, sir?
Do not fear the Thunderbird rising. Your spirit will be taken to another plane. Let go.
Is he...
He is. A moment of silence for the young Pinkerton passing.
So, I don't get it. Did Stone kill the Lowe family?
He's not smart enough for that. No chance. We have a bigger mystery here. One with a serious villain behind the curtain.
Can I just say, can I write that down?
No!
So do you see, young Master Johnny Mascot? Your maths tables are very important to learn if you hope to purchase items from the general store, like candies and sweets, if you will.
My papa buys me those, Miss Whittaker.
I see. Well, does your pappy purchase the Yellow Kid?
Yellow Kid. He's Oriental. My pappy don't let me read no strips about them Orientals.
But the Yellow Kid is innocent, Johnny Mascot. Just like you. He goes about things his own way, but his eyes are wide open to the world around him. He's curious.
Curious, man. Don't get ya. It's like when you be trying to get us to recite all those words over and over. What's it for?
It's how you learn, young Master Mascot. When you say the word over and over again, it helps you remember it. It's like a rhythm, like music. We first learn the words, then we learn to write them. We learn how they are broken down into syllables. It becomes automatic to our thinking. The same for counting numbers. When we add and subtract sums from their parts, we can then add more and more numbers.
But if you're only going to lose your numbers, then what matters how much you've had? You still don't have enough when you need it.
Oh, I see.
Hey, you little vermin! Kids!
What are those engines doing with those sticks? I never knew you could play ball like that. What am I doing? I better find me Pappy. Hey, Pappy!
Good sir. Gentlemen.
You making fun of my boy? Widowmaker.
I can't believe we couldn't pick up any trail of Sheriff Stone.
You confuse Indians with bloodhounds west of Lake. Although you chiefs did use pack animals before you Waitians bought horses over here. Believe me, we do not smell the ground to find the trail of anything but manure.
I know that this has been your land for more than a decade, along the shadow, but can you stop calling us? Me? Wasikins, please! I heard it's grown to be a rather negative term, and can't help but feel your failing respect.
Once again, you are wrong, but that is common for you as a writer. Waitians actually means people with... What is that?
What is what? Where are you going? And what does Waitian mean?
Get off of me, you foul heathen!
I tell you, Widowmaker, I was just gonna hurt you real bad, but now I'm gonna give you something from me to keep you warm at night.
She may not speak your language, mascot. Let me interpret it for you.
You ain't got no business in here, you black bastard.
You see, once again, failing to communicate.
I hope you ain't after yours now for expectance of my appreciation, slave.
We'd like to be known as artisans now, Madam Whittaker. You may be more familiar with the sounds I make when I'm shoeing horses.
The blacksmith is actually...
Black. Nigerian, actually. But if we must take on any connotation of our tribe's calling, then black will suffice more than...
Swinger!
Well, I'll be.
You definitely might not.
You know this Negroid?
John Henry Tubman, finest blacksmith of all Tanasi territories. I met him when he used to be on the other side of the river.
That's why I took the name Tugman, after the great...
Harriet Tubman, the founder of the Underground Railroad. She personally escorted hundreds, some say thousands of slaves to freedom up in the Northern Territories. The only way she could do it was to go back and forth a number of times. Was that true?
I was one of the 5th time, so yeah, it was true.
Wow.
Yes, she was a good woman. Met her once. She's still hiding.
Contemplating, figuring out her next move now that she freed her family. She's also one of the most wanted women in the last colonies.
I ain't looking for her. Good to see you, old friend.
Feelings mutual.
What are you doing, sir?
Writing this down. What do you think? 2 old friends from different cultures meeting during the rescue of a schoolmarm from dastardly varmints in ill intent.
He was an angry father disputing my lessons to his young son, who clearly got my intent wrong. I only wanted him to study harder.
My version will sound better.
How do you fare, Miss Whittaker?
I'll be okay after a good soak in the basin.
Wait a minute. Whittaker? Emmeline Whittaker, the Widowmaker?
You get only one, good sir, for your help earlier, which I will soon forget.
She does not like the name.
Such is clear.
Well, odds bodkins. I didn't name it, but what a name it was. You were soon becoming legendary. Well, at least south of the Iroquois Mountains, that is. They say you buried 3 husbands in less than 5 years.
4. But everybody forgets your first. But me.
What brings you here along the shadow of 3?
The sheriff has shown his true colours. By the Thunderbirds, he works for something more dastardly than the coin in his promise.
I knew there was something more evil inside the sheriff's stone. May Jesus have mercy on his soul.
The Lakota believe carrion are meant to be fed upon by the vultures and not carried away by the Thunderbirds. Paradise is earned.
Well, I can see you gentlemen have man things to do. I will find comfort in my heated basin.
But you too have an adventurous spirit, Widowmaker. Miss Ammerline, I think we may need all the guns and hammers and arrows we can get, especially since I myself am not a gunsmith.
How should I have not known you do not sling a gun, wordsmith?
My use of language. Broad smile?
Weak knees. If you need me, you know where to find me, gentlemen.
She is.
That she is.
Things are changing, boys. The Americas is no longer becoming the last colonies. The 13 states have grown and the town has soon to become cities. With the railroad and now the laws changing, the immigrants are infiltrating more and more. In the eastern areas of New York and Maryland, shanty towns are being built. Long are the horses becoming an extinct mode of travel. The darkies are becoming more artisan by the minute as opposed to the day. Guilt has infiltrated our government after Lincoln and Jackson. General Ludd has it right, men. We need to stop this. Technology and our fathers led the way. No more will it just be simple machines we need to do away with. We need to think bigger. Stop bigger. Make more noise. Anything to report, messenger?
They gather. It has begun.
Gentlemen, we ride! Long live the horse!
Derek Lawson, Westlake.
Noel Ross, Long Shadow, and the General.
Joel Ross, Red Mascot.
Hamish Sturgeon, Rat.
Aaron James, Porter and Slinger.
Jen Cattrall, Sheriff Stone. Suzanne Roach, Miss Whittaker, the Widowmaker.
Harriet Leigh Preston, Johnny Mascot.
Carolyn Hood, Jack Smith and Driver.